So everyone watching this video has probably seen at least one FNAF video or like played the games or have interacted with the franchise in some sort of way. And while looking at the games, you probably thought to yourself, I wonder which one of these is the best. So in this video, I'm going to do a tier list on the best and worst FNAF games, going from S tier being the best and F tier being the worst. So let's get into it. First up is Fnaf 1. Now, Fnaf 1 is a very bare bones game. Like, it's very simple. It doesn't try to be like the most intuitive game to ever exist, but it's simple, but it works, you know? Like, there's a reason that it blew up. And also, it wasn't even simple at the time. Like, at the time, like sitting like in one place during a horror game, like that was crazy, because in every other horror game it was like you were wandering around and like doing stuff, but in this game, like the bad guys come to you, like you're not going to them. But I like this game, but I think it's a tad bit overrated, just because like there's not like an to it, like there's not a hook factor for me, but it still is pretty good, so I'm gonna put it in B tier. Next up is Fnaf 2. Fnaf 2 is like, it's way different from the first one because they add like so many different characters, but with all the characters, they all pretty much do the exact same thing. Like, it's put the mask on, unless it's like two specific characters, the puppet or Foxy, and those gameplay mechanics are just like flash them and like wind the music box up. Like, it's not the most crazy thing ever, but I love the characters that are introduced in the game. Like Withered Golden Freddy, peak. Withered Bonnie, yo, I love her, the Bonnie. He's so underrated. He's the best Withered. He's amazing. But anyways, this game is really hard to beat with the custom night game, because there's so many characters that like juggling all of them is really hard to do. But this game, it's just it has an to it, and I really like it, and it introduced a lot of good characters, so I'm putting it in A tier. Actually, I'm gonna move that up to an S tier, because this is where like the FNAF lore like really starts to like roll into action. Like, you got Purple Guy introduced in the game. You have like the missing kids being like more explored with the 8-bit mini games, and like it shows you the puppet and all of that. So it's like the first step to the FNAF lore, really. Like the FNAF 1 game, it doesn't have like that much lore. This is like the start of the lore. So S tier for this game, like the story just brings it up. Next up is Fnaf 3. Fnaf 3 is honestly one of the worst games in the franchise. Like, it's just like, it's boring to play, really. The Phantom animatronics, like they're not even like good designs. It's just like old designs, but like green and look like watermelons. Springtrap is really cool though. Like he's a standout character in the entire franchise. Like William Afton, he's so cool. I love that entire concept. And the mini games in this game, like, they're okay. They tell a pretty good story, I guess. Like, saving the kids is like cool, I guess, but it's just, I don't know, man. So I'm gonna put Fnaf 3 in D tier, honestly. Fnaf 4 is next. Fnaf 4 is probably one of the scariest game in the franchise that is not a VR game. Fnaf 4, it's like, the story's great, obviously. I mean, you have the iconic meme. Was that the Bite of 87? It was actually the Bite of 83, by the way. But yeah, the story in this game is great. The gameplay is really good and it's really scary, but I'm terrible at this game, honestly. Like, I try to play it, I can't. It's really hard, but I like this game a lot. A tier. I don't have like that much to say about it. I mean, the Nightmare animatronics, their design is pretty good, and the Halloween update, the designs are pretty good, but A tier. Next up is the most underrated game to ever exist, the most overhated game in the entire franchise, Fnaf World. I love Fnaf World. I don't care what anybody says. It's peak fiction. It's incredible. I love it. And if you don't like it, then get out of this damn video. Like, update 2 was so phenomenal. It's peak, and the base game, yo, I love RPGs. It's so fun, like collecting all the characters. It's so peak. Oh my lord, you guys have to play this game if you haven't played it yet. It's phenomenal. I've beaten this game like 3 times. I can't get enough of this. Like once a year, I'll play this game. It's so fire, and it's free too. And it's on GameJolt if you want to play it. So I'm putting this game in S tier. Obviously, I mean the story's not like there at all, but it's an RPG, bro. What do you expect? S tier. And next up is Sister Location. Now, Sister Location has gotten like weird with the franchise. I mean, with the fandom lately, cause at first everyone loved it, but like in the past like 3 years, people have just started hating on this game relentlessly. Like, bro, calm down. I still love this game. The Funtime animatronics, they're like such good designs. The story with Elizabeth, that's pretty good, I guess. Yeah. The gameplay is good. It sounds like it's the first like linear storyline game in the franchise where it's just like it tells a story throughout. Like each night is different, and people don't like it for that reason because they all say it's like unreplayable. But I don't really replay games that much, so I don't care about that aspect of the game. The custom night game mode, that's fire, honestly. So yeah, I'm putting this game in S tier. I don't care what anyone says. Y'all are haters. Fnaf Pizzaria Simulator is next. This is the peak of the storyline. The end speech with Henry, a connection terminated. Yo, that speech gotta go down in like video game history, or at least indie horror game history. It's like it has so much emotion put into it. Like it's just like such a good what do you call it, speech. There's a lot of characters in this game because like it's like Pizzaria Simulator and like an actual FNAF game. The designs for those animatronics, they're good. The tycoon aspect to this game, that's great. I love that aspect. I wish that Scott would have done the infinite tycoon thing that he was planning, but he didn't do that. He went to Ultimate Custom Night instead. Yeah, I love this game. So S tier. Next up is Ultimate Custom Night. Now Ultimate Custom Night, there's not like really a story to this, and there's no new animatronics, but that's not what it's trying to be. It's trying to be Ultimate Custom Night, and the gameplay of this game, it's good. 50-20 mode, it's an achievement to beat that. It's so hard. Like I tried it before, I died immediately. I can never get even a minute into that night. So congratulations if you ever completed that. I like this game, but it's only like gameplay, I guess. Like it's not anything too much. Like the jump scares are ass. Oh my lord, it's terrible. Yeah, the jump scares are funny as D tier. No, C tier. Next up is Fnaf AR. Fnaf AR's ass. It's terrible. There's so many things that you need to buy in that. Like to get one animatronic is so much money, and the game got canceled anyways. I always hate this gameplay. It's always been bad for. I don't like it. It's really bad. But the character designs are phenomenal. But that's like the only saving grace for this game. The storyline's ass. Everything about it's terrible. F tier. Fnaf VR is the next game in the franchise. Fnaf VR is genuinely peak fiction. I don't see how you can get above this for a FNAF game. There are so many levels, so there's like you can't get bored of this because there's so much to do. It's very scary because it's in VR. The story to the game, it had too much potential, and Security Breach just ruined it. Glitch Trap is such a cool concept and character with a good design. Yo, they butchered him in Security Breach. I'm sorry. Like, what were they thinking with Burn Trap? So, and the Vanny storyline in the Curse of Dreadbear, oh my lord. Yo, Curse of Dreadbear's fire too. Oh yeah, S tier, obviously. And speaking of Security Breach, that's next. So, Security Breach, the base game, it's bad. I couldn't even get through it. It's like, it's not good. It's not fun to do at all. It's pretty hard to like navigate, honestly. When it first released, oh my lord, if you played that, I'm sorry. You should have got a refund just for that. That was really bad. But after they fixed it, like, it got better to play. The characters in the game, like the animatronics, they look pretty good. Like Sun and Moon is a standout character. The stories of this game, it's really bad. Like what do you mean Gregory's a robot? Or like it's still unclear. Like 2 or 3 years after it released, what were they thinking? Ruin is good though. I love Ruin. I played that day of release. It was so peak on like the Mimic. He's way better than Burn Trap. What were they thinking with Burn Trap? I want to know what Steel Wool and Scott were thinking when they cooked that up. They burned the kitchen down. Vanny was such missed potential. Yeah, the storyline just went in the dumps after this. They should just let the Aftons die, bro. Move on. I'm begging. Like, they are moving on with the Mimic, and I hope that they aren't gonna backtrack back to the Aftons. That storyline should have died at like Pizza Sim. Why are they still going on with that? So Security Breach, the only reason it's not in like D tier is because of Ruin. So I'm putting it in B tier. Just Ruin was that good. Next up is Help Wanted 2. Now Help Wanted 2 it's like it's equal to the first game for me, the first VR game. I like Help Wanted 2. It's the same thing as like the first one. There's a lot of mini games, you can't get bored of it. The story's pretty good. It's fun to play. Like, I honestly don't know what to say. I said all the things I wanted to say about this game in Help Wanted 1, so S tier again. The final for that Fnaf game that we're going to review in this video is Into the Pit. Now, Into the Pit is just like a really different game from every other Fnaf game, and I appreciate it for that, but like it's not like really my like cup of tea. I do like it though, but it can't like stand up to the other games though. I'm gonna put it in C tier. I don't have like anything else to say about it. Like, it's pretty good. It's just, I don't really care for it. And that brings us to the end of this video. If you guys liked it, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment to have this video like do good in the algorithm. I would really appreciate it. And if I miss any games besides like any of the spin-off games, like I'm not gonna cover Freddy in Space 2, but if I miss any, because I think I missed some, like I'm thinking in my head like there's something on the tip of my tongue that I think I missed, but just tell me in the comments. And goodbye.